Mark Carney has just hit a major milestone. He's been elected as Canada's next Prime Minister. But while everyone's talking about his political win, let's take a moment to look behind the scenes. Who's been by his side through it all? That would be his wife of over 30 years, Diana Fox Carney.
And thank you for choosing my husband's vision of a positive, unified, and above all, a strong country.
Yep, these two go way back, all the way to their university days at Oxford. And here's a fun fact. They actually bonded over ice hockey. Diana was part of the Oxford University Ice Hockey Club, and so was Mark. Who knew power couples could form on the rink? Diana was born in the UK and is every bit as impressive as her husband. She studied philosophy, politics, and economics at Oxford, then added a Master of Science in Agricultural Economics. And she didn't stop there. Diana also earned a Master of Arts in International Relations from the University of Pennsylvania. That's a serious academic lineup. Professionally, Diana is an economist who has focused much of her work on developing countries. She's held top roles at think tanks like Canada 2020 and the Institute for Public Policy Research, tackling issues like climate, energy, and inequality. While her current role hasn't been made public, she's got quite a legacy in the policy world. And she's even authored academic work on agricultural services and natural resources. So yes, brains definitely run in this family.
But we're going to put in place measures that are going to build this country out of it, build this country strong.
Mark and Diana got married in 1994, and they've since raised 4 daughters together: Cleo, Tess, Amelia, and Sasha. And their eldest, Cleo, recently took center stage herself. She's now a freshman at Harvard, and she introduced her dad before he gave his victory speech in March 2025.
And who is better qualified to speak on his character than his daughter?
Cleo's speech was heartfelt and personal.
He is unflinchingly dedicated to what matters, focused and principled, funny and kind.
She wanted Canadians to really understand the man behind the politics. According to her, Mark is someone who's fully committed to the things that matter, who never backs down from hard work, and who always shows up, no matter how tough things get. Cleo also shared a sweet memory from growing up.
Every year for our birthdays, he burned us CDs, and somehow they were good. Sometimes now, when we don't know what to get him, we make him a playlist.
Oh, that's so adorable. As for Diana, she usually keeps a low profile, but she was front and center on election night. Dressed in a sleek red suit, she sat proudly in the front row next to Cleo as Mark gave his speech. Quiet strength. You love to see it. Mark Carney's long and happy marriage is something many admire, and hopefully it stays that way. His personal life seems rock solid, with a supportive wife by his side and 4 daughters cheering him on. It's a refreshing picture, especially when you think back to what happened with his predecessor, Justin Trudeau, whose story took a much more emotional turn. In early August 2023, Justin Trudeau shocked everyone with a surprising announcement on Instagram. He and his wife, Sophie Gregoire Trudeau, were calling it quits. After 18 years of marriage and 3 kids together, the Canadian Prime Minister shared, "After many meaningful and difficult conversations, we have made the decision to separate."
A lot of Canadians will be asking questions of how this happened and why this happened in the coming days and weeks. And I certainly hope that this government is more forthcoming with answers than it has been in the past.
What made the news even more shocking was how out of the blue it seemed. Just days before, Justin had been spotted with his wedding ring firmly in place. And in June, Sophie even penned a sweet Father's Day tribute to him. Talk about mixed signals, right? Some people were caught completely off guard by the announcement, but others weren't so surprised. Despite the signs that their marriage was solid, there had also been whispers for years suggesting things weren't as perfect as they seemed.
We never went into it thinking, oh, this is going to be an easy ride. No.
For instance, on Canada Day, Sophie shared a reflective post urging Canadians to be kind and compassionate. Life is tough, no doubt about it. Everyone has their troubles, no matter what your story is, she wrote. While she didn't name Justin directly, it's hard not to wonder if she was hinting at the struggles in her own marriage. And of course, there were those ever-present rumors of extramarital affairs on both sides.
I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about people's conceptions or misconceptions.
Justin's love life has been the subject of gossip for years, with one particularly persistent rumor involving Melanie Joly, Canada's foreign affairs minister. The two have worked closely together, sparking speculation about their relationship. While Joly has denied anything inappropriate, the rumors just won't die down. Things heated up again in July, when Justin reshuffled his cabinet, dismissing several ministers but leaving Joly untouched. Coincidence? Maybe, but people sure have their theories. Justin hasn't been one to shy away from talking about the challenges in his marriage. Back in 2014, during a CBC interview, the host read him a line from his memoir. "Our marriage isn't perfect, and we've had difficult ups and downs, yet Sophie remains my best friend, my partner, my love. We are honest with each other, even when it hurts." And Justin's reaction to hearing those words? Let's just say it's a moment worth revisiting.
It means we've had a marriage that's gone on for 10 years in which I have a very difficult, high-pressure job that everyone knows how challenging it is to balance family responsibilities with a job.
Naturally, the interviewer asked if honest was code for cheating, and Justin shut it down with a firm no.
This is a conversation about the kinds of challenges that any real marriage goes through, tremendous ups and downs. But as I say, we are deeply in love and committed to each other, and we continue to be.
But let's not forget Sophie has faced her share of rumors too. She's always been a bit cryptic when talking about their relationship. When asked about Justin's comment on infidelity, Sophie didn't exactly clear things up. Ask if whatever happened in our lives, I'm not saying it did or didn't, as if we would answer that, she said, leaving people scratching their heads. Then, there was the time in 2020 when Sophie tested positive for COVID-19 after attending a charity event in London. Turns out, actor Idris Elba, who was also at the event, announced he'd tested positive too. Cue the rumor mill. Although nothing was confirmed, the internet had a field day speculating about a possible affair. While Sophie and Justin are keeping tight-lipped about the specifics, Sophie recently opened up about the emotional toll of their separation during a podcast appearance with Katie Couric.
It hurts a lot, and it hurts deeply, because in a way, we have these two words in our language. Marriage is success, separation and divorce is failure. But life happens in between.
Well, it's hard not to feel for her. She's navigating a deeply personal heartbreak in front of the whole world. So, what's really behind the split? The Trudeaus aren't spilling the details, but political science professor Nelson Wiseman has a theory. He suggested to NPR that their separation in 2023 might have been tied more to politics than personal drama. According to him, Sophie may have given Justin an ultimatum not to run in the next election. But now, with Justin stepping down as the country's prime minister in January 2025, could this decision pave the way for reconciliation? If that's true, it certainly adds a fascinating new twist to the story, doesn't it?
True love is friendship and respect, and I absolutely still have that.